Seth Rogen, is it true that you credit him with influencing you to make your work more outrageously dirty?
Well, certainly Seth felt like comedy wasn't edgy enough for his taste.
Right.
So when we first started working together, in movies after Undeclared, where we couldn't be that edgy, we were, desperately trying to get someone to pay attention to Superbad and not having a lot of success. One of the stories that always makes Seth and I laugh is that there was this producer that we added to our team because we thought maybe it's us. Maybe if we had a more powerful producer, he could get us the money. So we have this producer join our team, and then suddenly he gets hired to be the head of Paramount. And we think, well, now we'll make the movie. He's the head of Paramount. And the first thing he did as head of Paramount was to say no to the movie that he was the producer of. But during the writing of The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Seth was one of the producers on it. And he really thought it was funny to make Steve uncomfortable. So in his work as the guy in the stock room with Steve, he went hard and dirty and uncomfortable. And it made us laugh so hard to do that to Steve. And Steve, I think, as a comedy person, also isn't like a dirty comedian.
Right. You don't think of him like that.
He's a smart, subtle, witty, brilliant guy, and he'll go there. But it really made Steve uncomfortable, and to the point where Steve wasn't sure where the line should be in the movie. And I think Seth was a big influence on a lot of that kind of talking about a donkey show in Mexico type joke runs,
right?
And that extended through other things like Superbad and Pineapple Express. I mean, he really wanted to put the pedal to the metal on some of the joke style.
You take a lot of risks with newcomers. I say newcomers like Pete Davidson and Amy Schumer, who didn't have a ton of acting experience. And so when you take on a role like that, like this is the lead role, we're doing King of Staten Island. How much work is that extra on you to get performances out of someone? That seems like it's a difficult task you're setting yourself up for, someone who hasn't really acted, or maybe they just naturally fall into place.
Yeah. It's not really about the performances as much as the writing. The writing just takes a lot of work. It just takes.
Why is that? What do you mean?
Because when the movies work, they're usually very personal. Even if they're big comedies, the core idea of it is a personal idea to Amy or to Pete about relationships or about getting over trauma and grief. And so you're asking someone to really go there. These aren't like Ghostbusters type premises.
Yeah.
They're very personal. And so you have to develop with them over sometimes an extended period of time. With Amy, it was kind of short because she wrote. If you gave her notes, she would hand you a new draft like 5 days later. She really worked hard. And when we get to the set, usually we've done auditions and we've done table reads. And by the time we get there, we know what we're doing. The hard work is in the conception of it.